Hi, this is a tutorial for learning basic guitar chords, mostly open chords, and I'll try to also cover some of the common strumming patterns. So it'll not be very technical. I'll straight away move to some of the open chords, which are used to play some basic songs. So as you can see, this is the fretboard of the guitar. It starts from here, the first fret. So if you see these vertical lines, across this fretboard, these are the lines which divide the fretboard into different frets. So starting from here, this is the first fret, the second fret, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, and so on. Right. So these are the frets, and now you can see that there are a lot of strings on the fretboard. So starting from here, this is the first string. It's called the first string. Right above it, the second, third, fourth, fifth, and finally the sixth string at the right, the top of the fretboard. Now that was in terms of numbers, like 1, 2, 3. In terms of alphabets, these strings are named as the top E string, then A. So basically the sixth string also called as the high E string, and then the A string. The fourth string is also the D string. The third is G string. The second is B string, and then the first string is also the small E string. Right, so E, A, D, G, B, E, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so that's about the strings. So now that we know what are frets and what are strings, we'll move to what are chords and how they are played. So let's say I press the fourth string, so 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth string on the second fret. So that's how we move across the fretboard. So basically the coordinates, you'll get to know the coordinates using the string number and also the fret number. So when I say fourth string, second fret, I really mean 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth string, and then we are on the second fret, first and second, right? So when you pluck it using the plectrum here on the right hand side, it'll play a note. So like this. Right, this is one note. Now for example, let's say I have to play third string, third fret. So I'll go to third fret, first, second, third, and then 1, 2, 3. This is basically the third string of the third fret, and then I play it. So you see there is one voice, there is one sound that's coming. Now if I remove this this finger from the fretboard and play open third string, there will be a different sound, right? Now let's move on to some of the basic open chords. The first chord is E minor, right? So what we do is we'll go to the second fret and we'll use two fingers for this purpose. We'll use the first finger to press on the fifth string of the second fret. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth string on the second fret. This is number 1, and then the middle finger we will place right below it on the same fret, which is second fret, but the fourth string. Right, so just two fingers. I hope it's very clear from this side. Now you can also use other fingers. So a lot of people also use these two fingers, the middle and then in the ring finger, to play this chord. So either whichever is comfortable for you, right? So if I use these two fingers and then simply strum all the strings together, right? Simple. This is the E minor chord again, right? Or you can play it this way. Strum all the 6 strings together. This is the E minor chord. Now let's move to the E major chord. So this is the E minor chord, right? Now if I keep the E minor pattern intact and use the first finger, which is free over here, and then place it on the third string of the first fret, right? First string of the third fret here. So this is E minor shape, and then using the first finger on the third string of the first fret. This is the E major chord. Right. So I hope now you can appreciate the usage of these two fingers as opposed to the first two fingers. Right. It gives us more flexibility to actually use E minor and E major together if they're used in a song. So this is E minor, and then use the first finger on the first fret, third string. This is E major, right? If we have covered E minor, E major, let's move to D major, right? Now simple, again 3 fingers will be used. Press the first 1, 2, 3, third string of the second fret, right? So press on the third string of the second fret using the first finger, right? And then use the second finger, the middle finger, to press on the first string of the second fret, right? Two strings, right? Like this. And then using the third finger, you press on the third fret of the second string, right? Like this, right? So this becomes the shape, right? First finger here, the second one here on the first string, second fret, and the third one on the third fret, second string, right? So this is the shape for the D major chord, and then strum all the strings together. Right, so this is the G major chord. I'm sorry, this is D major chord, right? Now move to G major chord. So for G major chord, the middle finger, first of all, place it on the 6th string of the third fret, right on top, and then place your first finger on the 5th string of the second fret, like this, right? And then the third finger over here, it will go on the second string of the third fret, like here, and then finally the little finger will press on the first string of the third fret, like this. Yes, like this, right? Again, first finger on the 5th string of the second fret here, the second finger on the 6th string of the third fret, the third finger on the second string of the third fret, and finally the little finger on the first string of the third fret here. Again, strum all the strings together. This is the G major open chord. There is also an easier way as for a beginner to actually not use the little finger at all, but you press the third finger on the first string of the third fret here. So basically a simple version of the G major chord. But again, I would urge you to use it in the first way, because this is really the correct way to do it. Right, so this is G major. So far we have covered E minor, E major, D major, and G major. We learned 4 open chords. We learn another one which is called C major. So for C major, shape is like this. Now where will the fingers go? The first finger will press on the second string of the first fret here, right? And the middle finger will press on the 4th string of the second fret, and finally the third string will press on the 5th string of the third fret, like this, and then strum all the strings together. Right. So that's pretty much about some of the basic chords. Let's